to, it's kind of a confusing topic, but I know, but it's like the way that I see it is like trusting people with the love that you have for them. Either they're going to either break your heart or they're going to reciprocate that love back to you. You know? That's how I kind of look at it. But you know, but it's a tough topic. So mainly, I'm gonna start with reciprocation. You know, I have talked to people before, and not even just people, but people in general, that you may reciprocate the love and they may not reciprocate it back. So you put all your trust in that person, and then you be like, okay, I'm gonna put my heart on the line, I'm gonna put my trust out there, and I'm going to see either they're going to reciprocate it back or either they're gonna break their heart, you know. But sometimes trusting people can be easy and cannot be easy, you know. So giving your heart to others, basically, what's mainly what it's all about. But we all been in those places before, you know. Have you been in those places before where you gave your heart out to somebody and then it felt like it was gonna break your heart, or you just had trust issues after that?
Mm, yeah, definitely. I think for me at first, when I have given my heart to someone in the past, I don't think I guess I had like reckless abandon with my own heart. Like I jumped in fully, I trusted, I opened myself to this person because I just had this expectation, I guess, that everyone loved the same way I love and that I would get that back as long as I gave it. And it was like a harsh reality. Like when you jump out of a plane and you're like, oh shit, I'm falling. Like when you hit the bottom of that situation, when you've like given your heart to someone and they don't reciprocate, or even worse, they like betray that, it feels after that, it kind of feels scarier, but you also like question yourself. Like, should I be as open? Should I be as trusting? Should I be it kind of makes you like look at the things that you did. I think a lot of times we're like, well, what did I do wrong? It can be hard. You're right. It's a really tricky subject. It really is. There's a lot of layers to it.
You're right. It is like jumping out of a plane. That's a good way of explaining it, though. If it's like jumping out of a plane, either you're going to trust the parachute to land you to the ground, or either you're just going to panic, you know. And it's hard. It's very hard out there. I have seen people that just give their heart to people. I ain't seen. I'd be like, damn man, you gave your heart to that person. It's just I'd be like, dang, like, and they just didn't reciprocate that back. It's just like, wow. It's just sometimes, even with friends, family, like anybody you come in contact with, it's just like, okay, well, I did this for them and they never did for you, or you try to,
Mhm.
you know, be
Yeah.
the person. Yeah, it's very hard. Like a lot of people with good hearts, get. I don't want to say abused. That's not the right word.
No,
I'll
but I
say
mean, it is. To some degree, it is. It really is.
right, and some people abuse that, and it's just like, wow, like you could be doing all the right things. You'd be like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and they don't show no affection to what you're doing, and it's just like, damn. I To be open up in this interview, like I have been in relationships with people, you know, that would never reciprocate back. It's always I'm putting in, I'm doing this,
Mm.
they're never showing it, or like because they have a funny way of showing it. People do have a funny way of showing love as well, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah. Because, like, what did they learn? Like, their idea of love might be a different idea of your love. And so, we're human. Like, we have expectations going in, but then sometimes I think that kind of like it changes it. Like it doesn't become just pure love anymore. It becomes love that like we're needing to get something back out of it, and then they're needing something back out of it. Well, if we don't know what each other needs, and I'm not even able to meet all of my own needs, and now I'm trying to meet yours, it's like it just gets messy. It's muddled.
Ooh, right. It does get messy. It really does. Because, ooh, that's a good way of putting it, though. That was a good way. I mean, you explained that very well. Because, wow, it does get messy. It does get muddy at times. Because it's just like, damn, I don't know how to piggyback off that. That was so good.
It
I was,
is. It's a deep topic, but like to me, it's like we've got to look at like how do we make it less messy, and how do we like tamper our own expectations of other people, because we really a lot of times we don't know where someone's coming from, and we don't know what their expectations are. They may not even be able to communicate that with us. So like it's a big responsibility to, number one, trust someone with your heart, but like to be accountable for yourself and speak and like these are my needs, this is what I'm looking for. Like if you can't meet that, that's okay. Like number one, we have choices, we can compromise here and like try our best and understand what we both need. Or like maybe we're not compatible, and that's okay too, and like we can walk away from that. But when we have expectations wrapped up in it, it makes that jump out of the plane like a harder landing. Like it hurts.
you're right. Yes, and that's what people have. They have expectations, and it is so sad. Even outside of relationships, even in friendships, people have this big old expectation like, okay, I want this to be here, I want that to be there, I want this person to be like that. And it's just like a video game. Like, you know, like I gotta go here, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I want this person to do this for me,
I
but
got the
they don't
side
understand.
quest.
Yes, like a side quest, right,
You
right,
got
right.
the NPCs over here. You don't even know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, especially NPCs, non-playable character. You don't even know what they're doing. They're just living life. It's just like, damn, I'm just over here living life. You just like, hey, I'm trying to be a friend, and they just closed it off. It's just
Yeah,
like, dang, people be so cold-hearted out here. It's like a video game for real.
it
It's
really is.
crazy. It's crazy. I could say this. I had tried to be someone's friend like the other day, and it was so weird. They hit the high emoji or whatever. Then after I didn't answer, their call or whatever, they was like, they just blocked me. I said, what the heck is this? Like,
Oh
people be
wow.
so weird. Like, I sit there, like, I ain't at the phone, but you gonna block me? Well, like, people are so weird. It's just like, you can't even have a normal conversation with people. Like you said, people are NPCs out here. It's crazy because they have no feelings, you know towards being friends. Like people will snake you out so quick, it's crazy. I had friends that snaked me out so bad. I was like, dang, I put my trust and I put my love into it, and it's just like I didn't get that back. So it's just like, wow, person
Mhm.
literally blocked me. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's wild.
It makes you
That's
wonder, like, what were they really looking for in the friendship? Like, if you break it down and, like, okay, I'm mad, my feelings are hurt, but like, I'm past that. Now, let me just look at it objectively, like, logically here. Like, what was this person really expecting out of this friendship? Like, number one, I'm not their mom or their dad. Like, it's not my job to give them constant attention and validation and praise. And, like I'm a person too. And so, what happened for them to not be able to know that and understand it and like respect it? But, like, that's not my responsibility. Like, if they're not able to look at that and see it, what does that say for their future relationships? But, what does it say for ours right now?
dang, that's tough. He's right. He's right about that because you never know where you stand at. Like you said, what were they looking for in the friendship? That's true. Because people, I always try to look at people's intentions. Or like, sometimes you hate to ask a person, like, what are your intentions of being a friend? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes you gotta be like that because these people. literally sit here and do the weirdest crap behind closed doors because you never know. Maybe they might want to be your friend. Maybe they want to be your enemy. It's sick and twisted out here.
And you're trying to
Like
go by the vibe, and you're like, I don't even know what you're doing right now. Like, what do I do with this?
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. You try to wonder with what's going on. Like you said, like it's crazy. You go with the vibe. You go with the flow. Then it could go on for years. It could go on for 4 years. It could go for 5 years, and you still not know, what that person's intention is because they cover it up and they mask it so well. I'm like, damn.
Mhm. That's the worst. Like when it goes on for a long time. Like I've had a few like that, and I won't do that now. Now, like I'll walk away for my own mental health. But like there's been times that I had it go on for years, and it's like that takes so much of your energy. Like there's energy that you hold that you could be putting towards other things, and like carrying that around as like a weight, and like it makes me wonder like why do we do that? Like what are we looking for? That we're accepting a friendship that's causing us to feel that way, and then we're just carrying that weight around feeling that way. Like why am I doing this to myself? What am I getting out of this?
You was telling the truth. You telling the truth right there. That's so true because you wonder what did you do all the time because it's like, okay, what did I do to this person? But it really don't be you. It really be
No.
them.
Yeah, and you're accepting it the whole time, like you're consenting to that, and when that hits you in the face and you're like, oh shit, like why have I been doing this?
That's so true. I ain't gonna lie. I've been in there. I've been in my lifetime. I've been like that a lot of times, and I'd be sitting there like, "Oh crap, damn. Okay, I thought I did something wrong." And every time I used to get blocked, I was like, "Damn." I was like, "What did I do?" But I didn't understand at the time until I started to think. It's like it took me a while. I ain't gonna lie though. And I was like, "Okay, it's not me. It's them. Maybe they was looking for something that I couldn't fulfill." People have high expectations and high standards, and it's bad, you know. So it's hard out here. The thing is, yo, it's to the point where it makes you feel like that sometimes. It's just like, damn, that how did I mess up? But you really see that they messed up. You're seeing their part and you're seeing your part, and you're like, okay, they told me this, but I did this. But then you try to break it down. Like, okay, maybe it's not me. It's really them. So they did all this to make me feel this way. But sometimes you have to pick yourself up and be like, okay, I'm gonna pick myself up. I'm gonna dust myself off, and I'm gonna go ask them what did they do in this situation. But nah, people ain't never gonna be honest though. In what they do. So
You know,
it's
sometimes
wild.
people don't even know it. Like when you try to have conversations with them, and like you can tell there's just like a disconnect. Like they're not even understanding what you're saying. And like I've been in a place in my life after years of trying to have that conversation with people, and they just look at me like I'm crazy, and they'll be like, it's not that deep. Like, why is everything that deep with you? And I've been like, but it is, but everything is. And finally, I realized like those relationships where I was accepting that from people, like that was a hole in me that I was trying to fill. Like someone had made me feel that way, like as a kid, and I was still like playing that out and playing that out and playing that out. And it's like, okay, when I go back and look at that hole, like what am I missing that I'm still trying to get that need met somewhere else? I had a teacher who helped me with this. Her name is Leanna. She's got everything she shares is just like life changing. But when she said that in one of her posts one day, I was like, oh my God, like that makes so much sense because I didn't get that from where I needed it when I was little. And now I've been like walking around trying to get everybody else that I've been like friends with or dating to meet that need. And then I come away from it feeling like there's something wrong with me every time. Well, guess what? That's how I felt in my childhood. I felt like there was something wrong with me. It was
Ooh, that's
mind blowing.
ooh, that's deep right there. You're
And
right.
people be
That
like,
was
it's
so
not that
deep.
deep. It's not that deep. But it is. It really is. Because people are doing this subconsciously. They don't understand they're doing it, but they're doing it. Like, just look at them. Watch the interactions. People are doing it every day.
Ooh, that's true. You're right. People do things subconsciously. You're right. And sometimes people don't even have to do it in their actions. They can just do it with their mind. They don't even know it. Like you said, they
Mm-hmm.
don't know it. They're just like, dang, I did that. You're like, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Like you said, they be like, oh, it's not that deep. But you're like, oh, yeah, it really is, man. It's like you be in your feelings, and they be like, ah, man, ain't that serious, man. You pick yourself back up and do right. But you be like, damn, it's not as easy as they think. People look from the outside looking in, they think it's easy. But because they're not going through it, it's like, oh, yeah, that's true, though. I mean, that was deep. That was deep. But I like what you said, though. That was deep as hell. But that's how it is with people. I've been in those moments of people like, oh man, he crying for nothing. Like, oh man, you'll find somebody else. It's like even outside of relationships, well, people just even if you have a friendship, a coworker, or whoever you interact with, and you have this close bond, once you start bonding with people, you just like, okay, this is a close bond. But then you also have to look, excuse me, but you also have to look at, okay, hopefully they don't betray me in the near future. Hopefully they be my friend. Yeah, hopefully we can stay on the right path. But then eventually some people let me put it this way. Sorry, I don't put it this way. Let's put it this way. People will be your friend, but you also have to look at their intentions and the way they move. You gotta look at the way they move.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, okay, I read the tea. I had to. Well, I'm going to get a little spiritual on this because it makes sense.
Let's do it.
I st- I studies people's energy through the text messages. I'm like, okay, I could feel. You know how empathic people can feel that because, like, okay, you can feel what a person's saying through a text message, and you ain't got to be in the room with them. It's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, you like, damn. It's just like when a person says, oh, okay. It's like, oh, okay. Then you start thinking in mind, it's just how they saying it in their mind. Or you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I read people's energy through text and stuff like, oh, yeah, this ain't right here. Because it's the easiest way to read people's intentions. And like you said, people will tell you that. They ain't deep. People will tell you that. It's 100%. Even in real life, you have to study people as well. You just like, okay, let me see. Let me see if they do this. If I tell them a secret, let me see they go back and tell it. 9 out of 10, most people are gonna go back and tell it. But some ain't gonna tell it. So it's easy. So like you said, in the subconscious mind, people say a lot of things in their dang brains. I stumbled. I didn't say that earlier. People say a lot in their brain subconsciously. They put the intention subconsciously before they put it to action. So they're gonna be like, okay, subconsciously, I'm thinking about this person this way. Subconsciously, they might be wanting to use a person. They might want to like try to do something that's so evil and shicey. But then when they act it out, you kind of already knew it. Sometimes it feels like you can read somebody's subconscious mind. Sometimes you're like, yeah, I knew they were gonna do that. And then people get mad because you know their next step every time they try to do it. Not like kind of like a psychic power in a way that you just know they're gonna do it. So yeah, sometimes
I like that.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, it be like that for sure. I be like, damn. When when I start with me, I can tell when a person's gonna betray me. Like it may take me a while. They gonna lie, it may take me a while, but sometimes I start getting used to the person, I start picking up on their actions. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I knew they're gonna do this. And then you be in your mind, you be like, damn, you be sitting in the floor, or just sitting on the couch. You be like, damn, I know they next move. They gonna do this, and you be on top of it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Had you ever just like felt like that before? Like you just know a person gonna do something without even seeing that they was gonna do it.
I got
Shit.
really good at that with my ex. Like, so you were talking about like when you have a bond with someone and like that, like you end up you have like an energetic connection with someone. Like you, it's like it is a bond, it is an energetic connection, but like it transcends just like the everyday life. Like you can pick up on that person's emotions and like you become familiar with their patterns, and it's like you get entangled with them. And I got really, really good at that with my ex, to the point where like I wasn't even shocked by the things he would do anymore. But at the same time, I felt just as betrayed every time. And eventually I had to look at it and be like you already know, like my subconscious, my intuition was telling me, you know what kind of person this is. Like, you know that you're in a pattern, you know that you're in a cycle. And I guess like in that moment, I didn't have the strength yet to believe I deserved better, or like to leave and just let that go. But I guess now, because I've been through that a lot, not just with him, but a lot in my life. And now it's like you said, the more you understand that it's not about you, it's about them, it kind of it starts to take the sting off a little bit. But it really is about like picking yourself back up, and I guess loving yourself, so that when they do betray you or they do let you down, like it doesn't feel like you have to pick yourself back up. Like you stay up, you're like, I'm still fine either way, and like I still love you. Like I still, you're another human. Like I have compassion for you, and I still believe that you're worthy of love and respect. But like what you're doing right now, I can't respect that. Like that's not what I'm here for. Like I wish you well, but I'm not going to be picking myself up anymore, because I know it's not about me. But I mean, it's difficult.
That's so deep. So
I know.
deep.
It's like, just do this, right?
You is right about that. That's real talk right there. That's real talk, man. That is real talk right there. Because it is like that. Oh man.
It's a
I had
journey,
an ex.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
we go
Yeah.
through it and then we learn it. We like, if we don't already come in knowing it, we got to learn it somehow, right? Like,
That's true. You gotta end up learning it. You was right about that. You gotta come in learning at some point. Like you said, the pattern. It is like I had an ex that's pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. But I was on top of it. I was on top of it. It okay, it's the funniest. Okay, that's kind of weird how I found out. I ain't gonna lie. I found out in the streets, but I'm gonna call it the spiritual streets. That's how I found out because this is a psychic lady. She told me she was like, she said, "Oh yeah," she said, "This your ex right here." She didn't like because you were always on top of things. You already knew what she was gonna end up doing before she even did it. Now, okay, I'm gonna give a little bit of the story. So, I mean, it's not that bad. I'm over it, but hey, it helped this. It's gonna help this topic right here, because
context. We got context now.
yes, I gotta give people context because it's gonna help this. Okay, so I had this ex one time, and her name was Ashley. So she's a Puerto Rican chick. So what I'm saying, she's Puerto Rican. So I remember I used to stream. Okay, this how it all started. I'm taking it from the beginning. I can't give y'all the middle and never then it's gonna be like, okay, this is bad. So with her in the beginning, I was doing VTuber. I was experimenting how to be a VTuber, virtual YouTuber. So I was like, all right, let me do this VTuber for a minute. So I had a dating show, which I kind of quit it after that personal, but might go back and do it one day because it's fun as hell. But I did it. So I said, all right, I'm on the app. I'm just scrolling, looking through, just looking at everybody's content. And then one day, my partner, her name was, no, I didn't even say partner. I meant friend, really. I didn't even say that. I meant friend. I mean, my friend came up and she told me, man, you need to do your date show on here. You need to do your podcast on here. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, all right, bet. So I go to the show, and her name was Parker. So I thought, because we always called her Parker, because she never went by her real name. So we was just like, all right, bet. Just call her Parker. She was black and Puerto Rican. So, and I was like, yeah. So it took a couple of days, and I was like, all right, I'm finna do it. So I did it. Everybody came up, and people was looking for people like crazy of all ages. I was like, dang, that's something. I was so shocked how good it went. I mean, I had almost over 100 something people in one room at one time, And it's just like, this one come up. Oh, I want to come up. I want to come up. I want to give it a try. I want to give it a try. I want to give it a try. Oh, let me go up. So I was like, this is dope as hell. But okay, then it's just like at first I forgot which show she. I don't think it was my first show. I think it might have been the first, maybe to the second, third show she had coming up. So she named herself Cinnamon Bun. So I was like, Cinnamon Bun. Okay, which is a crazy name. Which is crazy because it's like, okay, like the food cinnamon bun, like really? Oh, so I'm like, okay, yeah, it was spelled different too. Cause like, oh, okay, I was like, okay, it's like who cinnamon bun is? That's weird. No, it's a weird name. It's a weird name because I was like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, who in the world comes up with cinnamon bun? It makes no sense. I'm thinking of
Look, it's
food.
cute. It's cute.
But it's cute though. It's cute
It's
though. It's
cute.
cute. I give it. I gotta give it to the ladies. You know on that one. It was a cute name though. But I was surprised though. So that's what she went by. So I was like, okay. So she comes up, and I'm doing the show. But it was kind of like an explicit challenge. I would say we had an explicit challenge on there because the show did get a little explicit. It was dead. So okay. Now here's the thing. I had some people that were some horn dogs. I like that's what they did on the show. That's why I like that's what we like to call them horn dogs. Cause he really was. And we had this challenge. You know, basically I would say smooth talk. God say smooth talk, not dirt talk, smooth talk. So I was like, okay, let me see who got that smooth talk. So who can get this person? And so boom. So she do it. I was like, okay. Yeah, it was kind of like role play, really. That's most role play. So it was like live role play. I'm like, okay, let's see who got it. So she come on up and she hits me with a line, and I was like, whoa. did she hit
It's
him with
working.
a
It's
line?
working.
It was so dope. And then she hit him with a line. But she got me instead of him, though, because I was like, damn. I was like, oh, all right. I said, I bet. This is so good right here. So I sit down. I was like, yeah, this is all right. I said, nah, I'm jacking this one right here. I'm feeling this one right here. So I ended up feeling this chick. And, I mean, after that, it wasn't officially dating this person yet. So it wasn't official dating. So it got to that point where I just continued, kept doing the show. But it's one day I think I went to her show, I believe, or something like that, and I was totally stunned that she even did shows. I didn't know she did shows. So I went to her show. I was like, oh, okay, boom, boom. But she thanked me and she was like, "Oh, thanks for coming to my show." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Then I asked a question. Then I popped the question because Shorty got me with that thing, that line. And I was like, "Yeah." That's like, all right. I'm about to see what she about though. So I asked her. I remember I was walking outside at one point and was walking in the sidewalk or whatever, and then I was just like, "Okay, I'm just asking her." And then I end up asking her. So I asked her, and she said, "Yeah, though." Now I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't a fast reply. The way I'm saying it, kind of like it was fast, but we were going fast. Like took like maybe 20, 30 something minutes when something like that. God, but it wasn't that though. I didn't have the phone in my hand, so I had it in my pockets. Yeah, I had it in my pocket, and I was walking, and so then I had took my phone right back out of my pocket. So pretty much, but. And the person said, yeah. So then after that, we started doing shows together. There's a lot of context. But it's a good story though. It's a lot of context. I love
Mhm.
storytelling. And so the thing is, we started doing shows together. So she said yes. Then boom, boom, boom. Every time I did a show, she would come to it. Some days she would come to it, some days she wouldn't. Some days she'd do her own show. 'Cause everybody, but she was the most popular girl. So she liked everybody liked her. Every guy liked her. And I was like, damn. And I didn't want to tell people. And one time when I did the show, I didn't want to tell people who I ended up liking or who I made it official with. And then one day it came out. Then when it came out, the other guys tried to swoop and come on in and try to backdoor me on some. You the buddy though, but I'm finna bag her. I was like, damn, you gonna sit there
Now,
and take
nobody was doing
that?
any of this until they knew you made it official, right?
Right.
Okay.
Like, damn.
Okay, then.
That's bad. Damn, I said,
That's a
you,
problem, man. Like, that's not healthy. What's your
that,
problem?
right. That is not healthy at all. And I'll be sitting there like, God damn. I said, to
Yeah.
go back on me. I mean, this guy was so close to me. I thought me and him was homies. I thought we was bros. But he backdoored me. I get to that part. This part pretty bad though. When he backdoored me one time, I was like, So what happened was, so I made it official. It was probably probably 10th show or something like that. It was like it was down the line. So I told everybody. Everybody's like, "Oh, okay." It is. I ain't gonna lie. I had some chicks trying to come to me too. I had some crazy these crazy chicks trying to come to me. I was like, Lord. I said, y'all crazy. I had one girl. She was so crazy. But see, I know I'm going all over with this story because there's so much in this story. But she, but she came or whatever to every show. Oh, just about. So I said, okay, she's here this day. When she would come up, I would just say boom, boom, boom. People found that out, but some people were cool with it, some people wasn't cool with it. But as time went on, after that, oh yeah, guys really liked her. She had got his toxic part. She had guys that I didn't even know about. And I was like, whoa. She had guys crushing on her and say, oh, they the friend, they the cuddle buddy and shit. I said,
A
what the
cuddle buddy. Wait a
yes?
minute.
The cuddle buddy, the fucking goddamn. I said, what the fuck is the cuddle? I said, I know this. I know this girl ain't sitting here telling me that you got all these cuddle buddy, text buddies, and
Is she
all these other
serious?
people. Yes, that's serious. Like,
Now, hang on. How well did you really know this girl? Like, was this like I thought I knew her better than this? Or was it like, okay, to be fair, I didn't know her that great?
I didn't know her that great, so I would
Okay.
say
Okay.
that. I would say that because I didn't
Okay.
know. I think we went a couple. I think we went a couple of months, and then see, I'm in the middle of this now because it's like it went a couple. It started off good. I didn't know anything about it when it like first started. So when it got down to them couple of months, then I started noticing it, and then I was like, oh, it's like this. And
Okay.
she act like she was an innocent person. Innocent. I ain't know nothing about that. So I started putting pieces together. And one night she was like, she was like, why you not in bed? So I said, my indication like, oh, this girl up to something sneaky. I'm
Mm.
like, yeah. So she would go on all the other guys' shows. While I was gone off the app or whatever, she would go on all these other guys' shows. Low key, they had crushes on her, and I didn't know. Then she wanted to say one day, she was like, "Oh, I'm polyamorous or whatever." Then I'm like, "Oh no!" I say this is cheating.
This is
Goddamn.
conversations you have at the beginning.
Yes, yes. I could say I was kind of a dumbass at this because I didn't even sit there and that's just shit. I just went on with the shit. So at the time, at the time, just like okay, it was just a young, dumb, stupid ass moment, So I said, all right, this is the stupidest thing. I don't know why I fooled around with this girl. So it's just like I was like, what the what? So here's the thing, and some of them were like real close to her. She would call them friends, so she would gaslight me, manipulate me to make it seem, oh, it's just friends, it ain't nothing, and it was more than that. So I was like, okay. Then this other guy, we call him Lou, whatever. This sucker backdoored me so bad. This how he backdoored me. So he was trying to tell me, he was like, man, your girl out there, man, she out there, bro. You don't know, man, she cheating on you, bro. So I already listened to Buddy. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that because I was being stubborn at the time. But he was trying to tell me. But it's a side story to this. He wanted her too. That's the crazy part. I said, "You son of a goddamn." He was a Scorpio at that. So, he was. He was. He was an evil damn Scorpio though. He was an evil one though. 'Cause he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm finna bag Shorty," because in the And Puerto Ricans they different from other people's cultures, and so I thought that and I was like, oh okay. And it's like yeah, and he said it's like I was sitting in the goddamn live or whatever, and he's still talking about yeah, he's a very weak man and all this stuff. I said what the fuck he talking about? He trying to gaslight her to go with him. I said man, this got me up. I said it got me effed up right now. I said you got me effed up. Cause he said that, and I heard that in my face. Make it so bad, she had this older guy. He was about 28. He probably 30 something by now. He was 28, and she was talking to him, and
Mm-mm.
she called him something. Oh, whatever she called it that. But anyway, Oprah. That's what she called it that. I said, you called this nigga Oprah. I said, there you go. She called him Oprah. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, something up with this. And he was talking all that crap too. And then I showed up. I slid up in there. Didn't want to act like Mr. Nice Guy. He hated me too. And I said, damn. I said, that girl is a digital hoe. Damn. Like, in these digital streets. She went on to, like, I meant for these months, like a lot of months. And I was like, wow. Then she, at the end of the relationship, about towards the end of the relationship, she wouldn't blame it on her mother, saying like, "Oh, my mother, I told my mother about you and all of this." And my friend, which one of my friends was a Scorpio. We called her. Well, she went by the name Tag Dora. She told me. I went to her and told her we used to talk dirt. I used to talk dirt. Okay, now this is the talking part. I used to talk dirt about this girl because I knew she was gonna talk. I knew she was talking dirt about me. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna go to one of her friends and talk dirt on her. So I did that. So when I did do that, I was like, she said, man, that's a lame excuse. That's a lame excuse to break up with somebody. And I was like, she blamed it on her mother. Oh God! She said, "Oh, my mother don't like you. She don't want us to be together." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, champ."
See, that's audacity. That's audacity. Like,
Right, right. The
you did all
audacity, though.
this. You did all this and you were sitting pretty. But now when I'm like shit hits the fan, I'm coming to you and like you're not gonna own up to it and take accountability for it. Like, I don't know.
You
I don't
right. Yeah, you right. When shit hit the fan, you right. She didn't want to take no accountability, and that's the worst part about this. I mean, in the world today, people don't want to take accountability. She ain't take accountability at all for her actions. So I sat there. I was like, oh yeah, I'm done with this shit. I'm letting her ass go. She was the worst ex I ever talked to. She was the worst.
But you know,
Fine.
too, like moving forward, like, because here's my thing when I go through something like that, I went through a long time of like, God, I was so stupid. Like, I let him play me like that. Like, he was lying to me. I was getting mad at the other girls. Like, it was messy. It was just drama. But, like, at
Oh
the end of the
Lord.
day, I'm like, my intuition was telling me something was off. Like, my intuition was telling me he was lying and was like, this is not safe, like, abort mission. And I was just like, I was dead set on continuing that. And I have to ask myself, like, why? Like, it was like punishing myself or something. Like, I didn't love myself enough to be like, okay, no, like, stop. I don't really care what your excuse is or what your problem is. Like, you've got addictions to whatever. I don't care. But, like, my accountability for myself is like, I'm done and I'm not going to go through that again. Like, I don't know. Like, it was hard, but like I'm grateful for it because it did teach me that about myself. Like, he'll never take accountability, I assume. Great if he does. That's awesome. But the accountability for myself is like, why the fuck why did I do all that? Like, wait a minute. Put it in reverse for a second. Like, let's go revisit this.
That's fact. That's fact. That's fact. It do be feeling like you gotta put that back in reverse and be like, wait a minute. Oh my god, I know how that feels though. When you do something, you just like, damn. You just like, how in the world did I do that? Like, I really was out here putting my heart on the line for somebody. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Reminiscing mode right there. You got Sometimes you do gotta reminisce, and I be reminiscing. I'm like, damn, I really did that for that shit, damn.
But you got to
It,
think, like, were there times that your intuition told you, no, don't do it? Not a good idea.
oh shoot, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, it was bad though. It was bad, but my intuition was on it though. My intuition was on her for some reason because my body was shake. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, snap. I said, dude, she about to make me mad as hell. I was like, all right, bet, we gonna find out what's gonna happen.
And
I
then
ain't
we
gonna
go
lie.
into it. We go into that. Like, why don't you go away from that? Like, you want it to be like this. You want this. Okay, let's do this, I guess. We're learning the hard way today.
Right. Right. That's what it means. Just like, damn, I'm trying to let it go. I'm trying to let it go. But half of you be like, nah, I can't let it go. It's like I gotta figure out what's going on because when you sit with yourself, you be like, okay, that's why they did that. You like, damn. But it was bad though, because I tried. I really was like, okay, I'm gonna try my hardest to oh my god, I had to figure out. I had to figure out because something was telling me, nah, man, you need to go back on the app over there, man, and see what's going on. But did I have my fair share? Yeah, I did. I did have my fair share with that. With the Ashley chick. I had my fair share. I had girls that was talking to me, and one night, one of the bros caught me, and I was like, I was like, she out there, see, I'm gonna do this, and she did. So I was like, I had to get her ass back. I said, I want, but it happens like that. Sometimes you want revenge back. You're just like, oh my god, I gotta get her back. But he caught me though. It was my homie Mark. He caught me, and I was like, damn, Mark, you done caught my ass. And he called me. He's like, man, what you up here, man? You know, you in the. He was a real person though.
That's
He
a
was real
good.
talk. He was like, he
That's a
had
good
my back
friend.
though.
Yeah.
He was, he was like, he said, watch this. He was like, boom. He said, man, you got a girlfriend out there, man. What you gonna do? She called herself Bun Bun at the end of the day. Then it was like you were from Cinnabon to Bun. I said, what the fuck, anyway? I said, what is these name tags, cuz? The Cinnabon was cute though, but the Bun Bun kind of like okay. I'm thinking of bunnies at this point. Like okay, like so it was crazy. So I sat there and I was like, this girl is out her mind like that. But he had my back though. He had my back though. He was like, man, I'll come to you as brother, man. And I was like,
Yeah.
really? All right. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, but we both up here, so what you mean? Then come said she won't cheat, does she want other guys? I think he went back and told her, and then she spiraled out and went into cheat mode. I don't know how that happened, but I had it back and she was cheating, so I figured out. But he didn't know that I already knew she was doing that. So I ain't gonna lie, I had a couple girls try to talk to me on that, and it was her friends in her circle. She didn't even know about. So, oh my God, I got too much. Oh, I got too much tea. I got too much tea. I got too much tea right here. I got too much
But
tea.
here's my thing about that though. Like, and I think you should look, my teacher Leanna, she's got this program called Healing from Narcissistic Relationships, and she goes into detail about how, like, when you have been, like, typically as empaths we find narcissists, like, we like magnetize them to us because we're deeply feeling, and they need that, like, they seek that out. It's like they're a black hole and they just like take and take and take, and here we are, we're like, okay, I'll give. And she says, like, it's a peptide addiction. Like, you get in that pattern, you get in that cycle, and you store it in your body, and it's like trauma over and over, and then you have a trauma bond, and then you're like addicted to it, and you keep going back to that feeling, and then you're like, you're trying to convince them why what they're doing is wrong, and you're trying to, like, make them be accountable for it, but, like, you're not acting like your best self either, because when we're in trauma like that, like, we're being abused. No one likes to say that, but we are. And then, like, now I'm not being my best self. Like, now I'm out here doing dumb shit, the same shit I'm mad at you for. Like, and she goes into it, and there's like an energy clearing at the end. I think the first episode of it is free, but she, like, talks you through, like, releasing that out of your body and, like, breathing it out and letting go of that peptide addiction. And before that, I was in my head about it. I'm like, damn, like, this, why is he doing this? Like, I can't convince him. And then after that, it's totally different, because you see it clearly, and you're like, oh, I can disentangle and not even be mad anymore. It's crazy. You should definitely look it up.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that is good.
it's so
I
cool.
hmm, dang, you know, life. Man, I had a story about. I had to let them tell that story one day.
Look, I
'Cause-
want to come back on. I want to come back on because when you were talking, I thought about something else that we could talk about. I can't remember it now, but I'll remember it. I'll text it to you.
oh yeah, most definitely. You're always welcome. And many times you want to come to the show, you are welcome to come to this show. So you're welcome. You're definitely welcome. Because I love doing interviews with people that are on on the same level. Like the way we talk, this is like, damn, this right here click. Like it's clicking. Like it's clicking like mustard and chicken. Shoot, it's clicking though. I love this conversation. Definitely, definitely. I'm a shoot. You get anybody can hit me up. You know, 10 times. You will come on show 10 times. Hell, I do show 10 times. Hell, shit. I'm very consistent because I do this show daily. So to give people a message, and this is good right here because people are going to go back and listen to this, and they're gonna be like, wow, this is actually a good conversation. Like so yeah, we most definitely we'll set it up. Most definitely have another conversation. I'll definitely be there for that next conversation because this is actually good. Like you said though, yeah. No, I can't tell it. I gotta let that person tell that story because I had a narcissistic story that's crazy. But I'm just telling my narcissistic story because she was kind of narcissistic a little in a way. And like you said, empathic people, you meet those type of people. And like you said, they are dark holes. Like people are dark holes out here, dark holes and dark souls. Well, see that rhyme though. See, not them or Dr. Seuss. Not them or Dr. Seuss. I had to put my Dr. Seuss cap on because it's true. Because people really do be like that. You be like, damn. He like, why did they abuse? Are you right? Abuse would be is the right word because people use and abuse, and you be like, okay, I didn't want to be in this situation. But then you be like, but dang, they reel me in with the niceness. They reel me in with the kindness. They reel me in with the caregiving. And then you be like, damn, they just, and they just break it. And it's just like, damn, they break your trust. And then you can't trust, or you can't put your trust out there or your love out there anymore because the person hurts you so bad. Then it's hard to get into different relationships with. And that's one thing about me. That was hard for me. It's like, damn, Pete kept telling me, it's like, man, you just need to chill out and relax. And then I was like, I was like, man, you right. But it's like, yeah, and then afterwards, I end up, yeah, I don't even tell all this tea though. But it's helping with this conversation because it's true though, because it might help somebody, it might help somebody else out there. So, but definitely got bit. It definitely, but I was feeling her friend after a while though. I mean, yeah, it got yeah, her friend actually admitted one time. It took her a minute to admit it. She was a Scorpio, so she admitted that she had liked me later on. And I was like, I screenshot that junk. I said, oh, I hope Snapchat don't tell them I screenshotted this.
Oh my god. No, it does. You know it does.
I know it is. Obviously, but shoot, I had the app though. I had the screenshot app, man. Yeah, this shit. I
Yeah.
had to do that. I didn't use my regular screenshotter because I couldn't do it. Cause like I ain't gonna use my regular screenshotter. I use this app right here, so they ain't gonna notice. Cause I want to go back and remember that. And I said, what? I said this whole time. She said, yeah, I got jealous. I got jealous because you went and talked to her. I really wanted to talk to you. I was like, what?
Oh my
I
god.
was so like, I was so fucking crazy. I said, damn. But she was cool though. Like she was cool. Even though she moved on years later, she moved on and got with somebody new or whatever. We talked recently, because we still had that friendship. So I was like, okay, so we talked recently. So I was like, it was short though. I was like, damn. I got back talking to them. I was like, damn. Then what really got me was I was like, damn. We talked for a little bit. The person left me on read for like a long ass time. Then I said, why did you talk to me on Discord when you didn't talk to me on Snapchat anymore? And then I was like, oh, damn, you just opened it and left. And then it didn't even say anything. I was like, wow, well, that was a friendship, I guess. I was like, but I disappeared. That was on me. I take accountability for that because I did disappear. after a while, I didn't be consistent with it, But they was always it was open arms. They came back and I was like, how you been? I was like, I've been good. She said, oh, that's good. I was like, yeah, yeah, that is good. But it's like, dang, like, where's the bond? Like, where's where's the trust or whatever? I mean, sometimes it's just like you put your whole heart into it. You just like, wow, you form a bond, you form a connection, you bring, you know, sometimes you bring the light in people's darkness. So you bring the light to their life. They might be in a dark place, and you be like, okay, I'm bringing the light to this person. I am, showing them what they need to do better in their life. Sometimes you give advice. You give them advice. They don't listen. Well, let them hit their head on the rock, man. Cause shit, they ain't gonna listen no way. Shit. That's what I do to people. I let them hit their head until they realize what they did. And then once they realize what they did, they're like, okay, boom. And it's crazy though. But yeah, I did. I had to get somebody back for that. So I had to get it back for anyway. But a lot of her friends, like, not just that one, the two. I know two I did know, but then I was like, damn, like, I was wondering why. That's when I was just like young, dumb, and stupid. I was
Mm.
when I was young, dumb, and stupid. I was like, okay, I would just go ahead and do this shit because I feel like, okay, all right. And it's just like, wow. And it's just like with this young generation, like it's man, I got y'all gonna give me the that topic. Y'all gonna give me another topic that's gonna like blow people's mind. It's gonna blow the goddamn mind because I could just literally talk all day to people. It's just like it's just here's the crazy part. The thing is, I was like, okay, as sometimes you can be an empathic person, and sometimes you irritates people's demons with your light and they just don't know how to handle that power that you bring to the table. It's just like, okay, well, since they don't know how to you know take on the relationship with the love that you're giving. I mean, some people so numb to love, it's sad. I'd be like,
Yeah.
damn.
And it triggers people when you are a loving person like that. I spent a long time like I was bringing light to situations, but I was simultaneously like doubting myself and feeling like I was the problem or like I was attracting, like, I don't know, like I'm broken or like I'm not good enough or whatever. And it took me a long time to realize it was the people that I was attracting into my life and I was letting them like take that light, like the light that I was bringing to the situation. Number one, I was just giving it away. I wasn't protective of it at all. But number two, like when I meant well and I was trying to like help other people, like they didn't always want help. And it wasn't always my place to help them either. Like some of these people, they don't want it. They just want to take the light and they don't even realize they're doing it.
Tough, tough, tough. You're right about that because they don't realize they're taking your light. They really don't. And it's just like people just suck up that energy. It's like, okay, they just want to drain you so bad. Like,
Yes, that's why
oh,
you have to realize it. Like that's my thing. Like I'm so glad that I started like waking up to realize it. Like I have to be the one to realize it. I have to be the one to not let that happen because nobody's out here, protecting me from that. Like, of course I pray and I'm like, Jesus be with me because I don't know what's out there. I see people, but like, what are they really doing behind closed doors and introducing into their life? But my mom's not here to protect me. I'm grown. I have to do that.
oh, that's good. That's good right there. I ain't lying. That is good. That is
Yeah.
good. That is good. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's
And
like,
look, some of these people out here, they're still looking for us to protect them. And it's like, wait a minute, me protect you. You're the one taken from me. I got to protect me. Like, hang on. It's
ooh,
exhausting.
oh, she said a mouthful right there. All. Ooh, that was good. She is right about that because yes, you gotta protect yourself, and it's like in those moments you don't want to find yourself protecting. Like you said, like sometimes you find it. Ooh, hold on. Let me backtrack. Let me backpedal a little bit. Let me backpedal a little bit because ADHD going everywhere. Hold on. Just It's crazy though because you're right. Because people always expect you to protect them every time, and it's just like, oh, well, I need you. I need your help. I need your help. I need your help. But you said, well, I gotta put me first. I gotta protect myself, my energy, my time. But they always want you to do. But you're like, oh, I can't
Mm-hmm.
do for you if you don't do for yourself. They gotta want it for them like you want it
Yes.
for yourself. You know,
Yes. Everybody's got to be accountable.
like you said, like yeah, you know, it's it's a point in time where if I'm going to protect myself, you just gotta cut the leeches off.
Yeah.
you, and you, because it's that's what I like to do. Is so when I feel like a person is going to tarnish like my energy or tarnish of me being happy, you be like, Lord have mercy. You be like, Lord, like what just happened here?
Mm-hmm. It's a mind fuck.
You right, it is. That's a good way. That's a good. I didn't expect. I didn't expect. That's a good way of putting it. It really is because you sit there and you be like, damn. You just become mentally. You right. You do become mentally fucked. And some people do make you feel mentally fucked because you're like, damn, they really just did that thing. They just really walked off and didn't give a damn. You be like, damn. And people just love the. People love to harness energy. And
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell the energy vampires. You just I don't mean to get spiritual. Something just the spiritual just hit me today. The thing is, people be so energy pulling, energy draining. I mean, like they're
It's
there,
true. It's
and
true.
they be the nice ones too though. And some energy vampires be nice as hell, and then they just all right. I'm play on their good side, and then soon turn around, they're like, all right, now I'm gonna be the bad guy. Then like, damn, they become drained. You start feeling like, damn, what the hell just happened? You're
It's
like,
like something triggered that hole in them, and like the little kid comes out that didn't get. It's like sometimes people will be stomping their feet and they're mad because they're not getting their way, and then like sometimes they'll pull away and it's like someone crying in a corner and they just want you to like give them attention. Then you give them attention and then they're mad. I like it's really really confusing. Like I work with a lot of women who have been through trauma, and like part one of what I work through with them is called unfuck your mind, because after that you're like spinning in a circle. You're like, I don't know which way's up. I don't know who to trust. I don't even feel like I can trust myself. Like it's really sad.
wow, you're right. He's right there. Shit, it is sad though. It's really sad. It really is. I can't think back on that one because that was tough. That was tough right there. That was so good. That was tough. I can't even back on that because it's right. Because it's like I've been in those moments like where people just like you can just feel the energy off a person when they text you. Like I don't know. Like when you feel it. Like when you like they text you the first time. At first it feels like a cloud of positivity. Then when it gets towards that third, maybe fourth sentence, then you start to feel the energy because it's like you digitally could feel. I digitally could feel stuff like with people. I'm like, all right, I knew that. I knew this since a kid. I knew I was different. I knew I was
Yeah, you
different
feel it.
because you know, 'cause you definitely feel that shit. Like,
But look,
yeah.
here's my thing on that. I'm about to have to get off in a minute, but I do have another like I'm about to blow your mind with this one. Okay, are you ready? When you're reading that text and you can feel like you feel their energy. I know what you're talking about because I feel it. So here's my thing. If I'm not in total control of my energy and I'm still like in that mind fuck and I'm still confused, I might accidentally be putting my own like hole in myself, like my own wounding, my own like unmet needs. I might accidentally be projecting that onto them and reading too much into it. That's when it gets confusing. That's when it's like, oh shit, I've got to be accountable for myself because yeah, I feel something here, but like, what if I'm getting extra butthurt about it because this is something that I need to look at in myself?
Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, she mind blew me on that one. I got mind blown so quick.
And people will be like, it's
Oh,
not that deep. It's not that deep. Bro, it really is. It really is.
it really is deep. Like I agree. It's deep as heck because it's just like damn, damn. She blew my mind. Crap. That blew my mind. Now my brain is literally going it's opening up to that one. That really was made sense right there.
That's okay. Look, I have an appointment coming up. I would love to sit and talk longer. I do have another appointment, but if you're down, I'd love to come back on and talk again because we opened up like three other things we could talk about just from this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we most definitely could. Most definitely could do that. You know. Oh, but then I do know another podcaster out there. The channel is called Living Through the Journey with Wisdom. She does a mental health podcast. It's a very good podcast to listen to though. It's very good. I might have sent it to you.
Yeah, will you message that to me?
Oh, I will. I'll message it to you. So it's a very good podcast. She'll love to interview people. Tell you that. She
That's
got some.
good. These are conversations that we need to be having. Like, people need to hear this. All the people who, like, oh, it's not that big a deal. Like, it really is. You're just not open to feeling it.
True. Yeah, we most definitely got to come back with this because that's some conversations in here that I definitely got to come back and like revisit that because it's just so much. You know
I'd
what I'm
love to.
saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking for people that just like, okay, let me interview somebody. Then it's like once I get used to their conversation, used to their presence, it's just like, okay, dang, maybe they could like be a guest host one day or something like that, or they could be like a co-host one day. Yeah, sometimes I get used to people like that. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Cause I can tell they're gonna really love this episode. Cause like, yeah, that's a lot.
I hope
That's a
so.
lot.
And look, just remember, Leanna Shanti. That course is called Healing from Narcissistic Relationships. It changed my life. And if anybody like can't remember it or needs help finding it, just I guess people can message me on Instagram, northstar.rising, because I love to tell people about everything I learned from that program.
Ooh. Give me another episode idea. Oh snap!
Look, I'm here for it. You just message me and let me know when.
Oh, bad.
Okay.
But anyway, that was good. We're glad you stopped by to the show. This is a good show. Definitely got to give people part two because I love giving people part two just because they're like, oh man, we need another one right there. So man, I ain't gonna lie. This was very good, and I know that you gave some powerful like knowledge. You're putting knowledge into people without even knowing it. Like it's amazing. So yeah, definitely coming back. Come back. Part two coming soon though. Cause
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you for having me.
oh yeah, you're welcome. Welcome. One thing before I go though, dope personality though, very dope personality, and you have relatable topics too. So it's like, oh yeah, definitely, definitely, I bring her back on. But not to waste any more time though, because you have to go. But we'll definitely do it next time. Back on D711. I know a lot of people call it. People call it 7-Eleven a lot, but it's D711. So people just don't say it like that. They chop it up every time. But definitely be back. Definitely be back. I'll see you on the next interview. And yeah, got anything you want to promote? Anything you want to say? Last words? Anything?
Um, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's really important that we have these conversations. Like, human connection is how we put our energy out there in the world and how we get the feedback that helps us grow. Because if we're not, like, if we're walking around getting butt hurt, but we're not learning anything from it, what are we doing? And if anybody is kind of in that situation where, like, I'm confused, I'm overwhelmed by my emotions, I've been through some shit and I want to work through it, but I don't know where to start, that's what I do. I am a quantum mind body therapist, and I'm on Instagram, northstar.rising, and I do have a 12-week program for healing and finding peace after trauma. It's called Journey to Self. Um, but yeah, I don't want to make it too much about me. I'm here. If anybody resonates, reach out. But I definitely can't wait to come chat some more because this was fun. So thank you.
Oh yeah, you're most welcome. Feel free to promote. That's one thing that I always love when people come on. I don't mind people promoting their stuff at all because I'm, giving people, the light, you know, to
Yes.
to shine. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I
That's what it's
love,
all about. Yeah.
helping others. But we definitely cover definitely part two.
Yeah.
That definitely part two. The part two is gonna be crazy. This ain't the end right here. But it's nice talking to you. Glad you came on to the show. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see y'all next time. And make sure. Hold, I gotta do my outro. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure you also subscribe. Also, what I'm saying, follow the channel, whatever. You know, make sure you download the episodes as well. And we shall see you next time.